Okay, so this is how you take apart your cylinder to replace it with an Amazon one for the Hayabusa. If your key's not working or sticking, in my case I was replacing the key. See, my key is pretty wore out, so you had to mess around with the cylinder a lot to get it to work. So I pulled my triple trees. Here's 2 bolts, 45 T45s. They are security, but if you take a small drill bit and hit it from the side, it'll break that center tab off, and you can remove those. So once you get those 2 bolts out, your triple tree is off. You can set it aside. So then you're stuck with this. Now it has little caps that go in here, which are right there, and it's not serviceable. The new one from Amazon or whatever has Phillips screws, so you're gonna have to grind those to get that off. Then you're left with this piece. This is your cylinder, so it'll slide off. Here's your key lock cylinder pieces. Now, this is a little piece that's junk. That's your actual cylinder. Now, if you're wanting to keep your key instead of the Amazon key, which they are different, you can transfer your cylinder over, or you can re-key this. As you can see, all the pins in there to whatever key you want. Now, you're going to have to use your OEM harness, because the Amazon harness does not have the resistor. So all of this is useless to me. This is how it's set up. You see the resistor in there? All that junk. So with the Amazon one, you have 2 Phillips screws right here. Sorry. Once you get those out, there are 2 more Phillips, which holds the back into this. Make sure this orientation is correct, which I verified. So it has to fit this way. Now you can see there's little tabs there and there, which the Amazon one would fit in here and line up with those tabs and push down in. The OEM one, tabs are not the same. They're in different positions, so you'll have to grind this side off. Sorry. Okay. So it goes in this way with the resistor pointing up. So the right side, you're gonna file down. So you'll push this down on to where the left side lines up, and then the right side you'll file down. It would fit normally with that cutout moon shape at the top, but clearly, since it's a knockoff piece, they didn't make it exactly the same. So you can line that up in there, and you push it down in. It's hard to do with one hand. Once you have that down in, take your piece here, slide it back on, the screws into the front. I have my screws in right now because it's holding the cylinder in place. Otherwise that cylinder falls out, then you're dealing with all of your pins right here. The original one has a lot more pins. As you can see, the keys are way different. So if you're having a problem with your key, I mean, you can check out your cylinders. They rest. Man, it's kind of hard to. Each little divot right here is a number on the key. So when you push your key in, it changes those, pushes them down, that way it can turn. Let's see if I can get this. Like this. And if your key's not messed up, those should all go flat. As you can see, they're flat on that side. Pull your key out. They're supposed to bounce around and stick up like that so they don't fall out. So with my key being wore out, the teeth pretty much flat, it was not working. So I needed a new key. So after putting it apart, you know, that'll work. Sorry, video is kind of all over the place. It's kind of hard to look at the pieces as well as recording it. I'm right-handed, I'm using my left hand, so whatever. But yeah, just make sure your orientation of this is that way. And I would say you could use the Amazon one and just use the resistor, but as you look, the backs are even different. The wiring is at different spots, and the colors are not the right. They do plug in, but if you use this and you put it in your bike without that resistor, it's going to throw your FI code. Your fuel pump won't kick on. Now, that's what it looks like. I don't care enough to go into it to see which wires you need to put that resistor in. I mean, I guess theoretically you could put it somewhere in here, but it's not worth it. So let me get this back together real quick. Okay, like I mentioned, you take these two screws out, pull this cap off. These are where your other two Phillips go down in, and it holds the back to this. And then the cylinder, if you want to remove it, you can pull it out, but to put it back in, you have to put the key in the ignition, put it in the key holder, push it down in, it pushes the pins and push it back down. So I'm going to tighten these up and then turn it back on to show you. Okay, those bolts are in. Now here's what I'm going to try to show you, because this won't go back down. Let's put the cap on. It stops because all the little tabs are out. So take your key, you push it in. Oh man, it's so hard to do left-handed. Let's see. Okay, there. Push your key in, push it down. You see, then it closes all the pins. So then you're able to take the cap, slide down over top of it, tighten it down. So let me tighten that up real quick. Alright, now once it's all together, it'll look like this. So there's your steering lock. So you can, yeah. So again, left-handed sucks. Put your key in. There's the lock position. So do this like this. There we go. Off, on, clearly. Push down, twist. Pushes your steering lock out. push down, twist back, takes it out. Put your key out, key in, on, off, on, off. Now, you can reuse these. I'm just gonna change it out with something else. They are thread locked in, but might just use your triple trigger. Here she goes down in there. Now, aside from mine the key not wanting to work correctly, you know, my bike did come from quite a few hours away from me, but with one key, it just means somebody else has a key to your bike, which never really fun. So my bike does not have a key lock for the gas tank or the rear seat. If you do, then you would buy the kit with this, change out, you know, those other two parts as well. I just need the cylinder key. But as you can see, if you drill those out, it's pretty easy to put them back in. And then once they're in, just go put this back on your bike. And it'll run. My bike is out stripped right now, or I would show it. Yeah, maybe I will. Hold on, let me pause this and then I'll get back to it. Okay. So, just leave all that attached. I got another one in the house that's changing out for black, so I really don't care about this right now. Here's the wiring for your plug. It's also 13 degrees outside and extremely windy. So yeah, pretty cool. Push that on, slam that back down, 1.5 bolt, Allen wrenches, yada yada. Okay, let me plug this in real quick. Okay, just for the ease of it, I just push everything on there. So now, put it in. See, no FI light. Gotta hold my clutch levers in. And it runs. That's it.